Now, I'll be honest with you, I am generally very underwhelmed by Apple Watch accessories. The Apple Watch by itself is great, Apple Watch cases are terrible, Apple Watch screen protectors are equally as terrible, and Apple Watch straps, in general, aren't bad unless you get the ones from companies who try to be too different. Like, honestly, it's just a frickin' watch strap. But the Crashguard NX, this thing, an Apple Watch case by Evolutive Labs, these things are it's so good. Now, Evolutive Labs told me a while back that they were making Apple Watch cases, and I thought to myself, why? Why? Like, honestly, nobody wants them. Most companies who made stuff for the Series 1 to 3 actually never made anything for the Series 4 because they were just... nobody could figure it out. But after using the Crashguard NX for several weeks, I'm happy to say I'm wrong. Evolutive Labs has figured out how to make a decent Apple Watch case, nay, a great Apple Watch case. At MobileReviewsEh, Monty and I are reviewers that base all our content on actual usage, which is different than an influencer who takes money to shamelessly promote stuff they might not actually use. Now, when it comes to Apple Watch cases, I've got two gripes. The first one is that they generally come off way too easily. You just kind of pop them right off. And the second thing is that they kind of feel gross after a while. And the funny thing is that these two things, they're mutually exclusive. If they come off too easily, they won't feel gross because it just constantly comes off. But the ones that do stay on, well, they feel gross. Now, in general, the idea of the Crashguard NX for the Apple Watch is the same as the Mod NX for the iPhone. It's tough and it's colorful. The Apple Watch sits in a frame and then is secured using a rim. The rim is easy to install and remove, but it doesn't come off easily during day-to-day usage. For me personally, it's the different color combinations that make the Crashguard NX stand out. Now, when it comes to Apple Watch accessories, I've grown particularly fond of watch straps. I've got a binder filled with them. Now, I'll be honest with you, I'm not a particularly fancy person because at any given time, the most expensive thing on me is probably my underwear. Hashtag Costco life. But being able to swap out my watch strap every couple of days has actually been awesome. Hashtag lifestyle creep. Like, seriously, this red, white, blue monogram strap that says Ho from Caseify is honestly one of my favorite straps, and being able to add this white Crashguard NX with it with a blue rim to the watch, like, honestly, this looks so cool. So out of the different combinations, which one did you guys like the most? Let me know in the comments section below. Now, the average Apple Watch case wraps around the entire device and leaves the heart rate sensor area exposed. This is fine until you start sweating and whatever your body is excreting gets caught between the Apple Watch and the case, and that's gross. The Crashguard NX leaves the entire back of the Apple Watch exposed, so sweat and general groutiness doesn't get caught between the device and the case, which is smart. The digital crown is relatively easy to access through the case, though you will have to get used to the digital crown being flush with the edge of the case. Now, the button on the Crashguard NX suffices, but I'll be honest with you, I was really hoping to be able to customize the color of the button like I do with the Mod and Crashguard NXs and the solid suits for the iPhone, so hopefully that's a feature that gets added soon. Hint, hint. Evolutive Labs. All the cutouts on the watch aren't covered, so calls and sounds won't be muted. You can easily swap out the watch straps as the case doesn't cover the strap release button, and I couldn't find any third-party watch straps that I own anyways that wouldn't fit with this product. Now, the only thing that took a couple of days to get used to was the extra size of the bumper. Now, the packaging does say that it's slim, but it still does add a bit of width to your Apple Watch. So if you're really fond about the shape of your Apple Watch and how the curve kind of follows into the Apple Watch straps, this might not be the product for you. Now, before I get to the protection portion of this review, if this is the first time you're watching one of my videos, do click subscribe. If you have any questions or comments, do leave them down there and I'll probably answer the first 100 so comments after a couple of days. Now, when it comes to products that I actually like, I try to get a discount code for them, so if you're interested in getting this Apple Watch case for yourself, do check out the pinned comment below. And for all you eagle-eyed viewers, did you notice I changed my Apple Watch strap in the case? It kind of matches my shirt now. And also, the background is different. I moved the entire recording setup to a temporary office so that I could just pump out content as quickly as I possibly can when the new iPhones come out. That's why it's different. So on to protection. It looks cool, but is it tough? According to Evolutive Labs, the Crashguard NX is drop rated to mil standard 810G, which means this little bumper is going to offer your Apple Watch drop protection at 4 feet, which isn't bad. But honestly, that's almost silly marketing fluff, because if your Apple Watch is falling, there's a good chance you're falling with it. I just have to point that out, but I also do have to point out that I said almost silly, because there's really no standard out there for protecting your electronic devices that are attached to flailing arms. I don't know about you, but after I got my first Apple Watch, it became very, very apparent that I don't know how to walk. Now seriously, who else does that? Most of my Apple Watch scuffs are actually along the edge of the device. And I'm guessing it's because my brain still hasn't figured out how wide I actually am. And it's, only been doing that, or trying to figure out how wide I am for the last 38 years. Also, I have a problem with imaginary lapse syndrome, so that doesn't help either. The edge of the Crashguard is high enough to protect the edge of the Apple Watch from glancing impacts, and in the case of a face-first drop, then the edges are high enough to keep it off a flat surface. Now, if you're wondering about getting a screen protector for your Apple Watch with this product, the only one I'd get would be one that only covers the face. Don't get the one that wraps around it. But let me be clear, I personally wouldn't get that screen protector because it's cheap and terrible and takes away from the device. It's like literally wrapping saran wrap over your Apple Watch. So only get it if you absolutely need to. So that's all I got for this video. Again, first time watching my videos, I do encourage you to click subscribe, produce contents. Going to be a lot in the next couple of weeks. If you're looking to get this for yourself, do check out that pinned comment to see if I've got you guys a discount code. I'm pretty sure I do for Evolutive Labs, but do check that out. Anyways, if people have questions that I feel like are important or things that I've missed, I will add them into that pinned comment as well. So that's kind of all I got. Did you guys hear the door close? It's so loud. So loud. Hiya! Hey.